So I will start off with Jesus Freak, 12 Questions to Atheists. And I don't know how many parts this will be. It could be more than one part, as there are 12 questions and you get into talking, and who knows how long it will actually be. But let's start off with this first question. First question: what would you need in order to become a believer? For me, some type of verifiable proof that what happened in the Bible actually happened. There's no, just like you guys say, it's all faith believed. Well, a lot of those stories are really reaching out there. I mean, just the first chapter of the Bible, the first chapter, the first verse, creation week. Was it literally a week or was it not? And even Christians in different religions can't even agree on if it was. Some say it was literally a week, some say it wasn't. Let's go to number 2. Why are you an atheist? Why am I an atheist? Because there are holes in the Bible. There's creation week again. It did not happen in a week. Look at fossil layers. Tell me how fossil layers got arranged how they did if everything was created in a week. Why am I an atheist? Where did some of the stories come from? There's just about every civilization, ancient civilization, you hear about a great flood or whatnot. And yes, there are possible reasons for some type of bigger flood, such as the polar ice caps melting. And they're actually trying to prove this happened back where the Baltic Sea resides now. Trying to prove that back 5,000 plus years ago, there was a major flood because of probably the polar ice caps. They won't know for certain if it was the polar ice caps, but the Baltic Sea used to be a lot smaller from what shorelines are showing down below. And they're trying to prove that there were ancient civilizations where the Baltic Sea now resides. And why am I atheist? Because there's some plagiarism in the Bible. Let's go back to Adam and Eve. If you look at the first known civilization to have any type of writing, the Samaria, they have almost the identical story to Adam and Eve. Just a little few things changed, such as a serpent and everything like that. So study that and see how much of the Bible might be plagiarized or stories taken from this civilization or that civilization. And there's quite a few reasons why I don't believe in any type of Christianity. Alright, let's go on to number 3. Why do you think a belief in a deity has permeated almost every society and culture since the dawn of mankind? Simple. If you notice, the number of gods each civilization has gone down, and it's finally we're down to basically one for the major Christianity religion. I mean, before that you had God of winds, God of the sun, God of rain, God of war. I mean, civilizations didn't realize there was a scientific reason behind a lot of things, such as wind, such as rain. So they thought it was a god. So they needed a god for that purpose. Love. Romans had God of love. I mean, they needed a god to explain the unexplainable. And as we're able to explain, the need for a God has gone down. And we've all suddenly, since Christianity came along, or Judaism, I can't say I know much about Judaism, but since Christianity came along, the need for a God's only come down to one God. Question number 4. Why does existentialism make sense to you or me? Well, existentialism makes sense to me because I am responsible for my own actions. And I feel that I shape my own destiny. I shape who I want to be, who I become. If something bad happens in the future, say I don't pay my taxes, I shape my own destiny by not paying my own taxes. If I were to kill somebody and I end up in jail, I shaped my own destiny because I killed somebody. I am responsible for my actions, and it's because of me that I ended up where I am. If I'm very successful, make $1 million, God didn't have anything to do with what happened in my life and why I became successful, have the millions of dollars or whatnot. That's because of me, and that's because I put my hard-earned effort into doing what I wanted to do to become successful. It's not because of some God paved the way for me to be successful, for me to have all the joy in the world or whatnot. If I'm happy, it's because of me. If I'm successful, if I live till I'm 90 and I live a happy life, I'm on vacation, I retire early or whatnot, it's all because of me, and I'm responsible for my own actions, and I shaped my own destiny by the choices I've made in my past or by the choices I'll make in my future. And I think it's pretty safe to say that most people, even religious Christians or religious people, believe that where they are is because of them. I mean, I've had people argue with me that God gave me brains to be able to program and do what I do, but really, I don't think that there was a God that... I don't think that if there was a God, that it was because of Him that I was able to become successful and do what I do now and be an independent contractor. I don't think it's because of Him that I'm successful. I mean, it's because I've spent and dedicated a lot of my time throughout all my schooling. I mean, I've been around computers since I was 4.5 years old. It's because I dedicated a lot of time to learning computers and learning to do what I do best. It's not because of some God or some imaginary friend in the sky. It's because I did it. And for a Christian to even say that God planned their path and their destiny, if you don't shape your own destiny, if you don't do stuff because of your own choices, what's the use of living? What is the use of living if everything's pre-planned and you don't have a say in anything? That would be a boring life. You don't get to make your own choices. You don't get to be responsible because of what happened. You're going to be, you're always going to be thanking your friend in the sky. You're never going to be thanking yourself because you did something good, because you made it where you are today. How can you feel accomplished? How can you feel accomplished if it's all because of your friend up there? I know I wouldn't. I wouldn't feel accomplished if I was thanking some guy in the sky, if I was religious and believed that he planned my destiny. I feel like I was just a puppet. And I don't want to feel like I'm a puppet while I'm living. I want to be where I am at because I did it. Because I know I shaped my own destiny, that I shaped my own future, that I made it what I wanted it to be. So I hope that answered your question.